When we had last left the Envoy, their adventures were seemingly nearing their end in Shatterscarp as they wrapped up all manner of business, including several bounties, messing around with Captain Nagunu and actually killing him and the shirtless man, and helping out the other two of his former crew. And who could forget when they went and got the badge to its final resting place for Tama, for Kai. All sorts of things were coming to a head, and the least of which was probably going to go to Ryngrim's current whereabouts in order to hopefully ascertain the location of the garden. This is Avowed. Welcome back. Zoop. Oh shit. Zoop. There we are. And let's unhide that. Now, in between videos, I did a little bit of inventory management. I went and sold off some stuff, and I almost sold off some of those purple two-handers that we had picked up, but I thought better of it when I saw that they broke down into tons of Admis wort. Right, so now I've got quite a few. Yeah, I've got 36 of them. They, shockingly enough, compared to other tiers, they do break down into a bunch of that, which we kind of do need it. Alright, so I'm thinking we ought to head on back to camp. Actually, I guess we could go... Should we go to camp, or should we go back to Dawnshore for Sanza? You know what, let's do that. Let's do that. I feel like that's an easy one that I'm gonna forget about. Is continually going back and forth for Sanza. Okay. There we are. Also, folks at camp do want to talk. Here at Paradis. There we are. Let's fast travel right here. Good. Raid Saris is a former Aedyran colony in the Eastern Reach. The people are firmly rooted in their Aethasian faith, a fervor that took hold during the events of the Saints' War. Oh.
Hear me, Paradis. Did we not come here to escape the Empire?
Okay, over here. Good. I think I also bought up a few more potions and picks off of the vendor I was selling to. Okay, well, this is, not at all where I wanted to go. I forgot to track the cartography quest. Oh shit. Whew. Let's see, over this way. Then up here. Good. Hello.
You're back.
I'm back.
What have you found?
Wulfrith is dead. At least he made good progress on Shatterscarp.
Ah, poor Wilfrid.
Wilfrith.
A keen eye for botany. He loved to write about the plants he found. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
Okay. Do you have anything new that I should be aware of? Paradis and Ladder, Standard Audra. Should I buy the Standard Audra? I could throw it up to Corrupted, which would get me... Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we have enough odd ones. I'll buy one Standard Audra. There we go. And then, let's go over here, back to Shatterscarp. And we probably should hit up camp. Maybe we'll trade Kai for Marius. I think it would be fun to have Marius and Yatsley in the party. Just to hear what they have to say. Okay, and then we'll fast travel right here. Shark's Teeth Party Camp. Perfect. Okay. I am very surprised that there was not more Gallowayne stuff. You know? Maybe Gallowayne will actually come up in the next area.
Goons.
I hadn't had a chance to see all this before. It's magnificent. Oh, come on, let's go introduce ourselves to an Archmage.
Okay.
Thank you for telling us about Tama. For what it's worth, I don't think less of you. Dealing with grief, it's never easy.
I've lost people before. You're right. The grief is never easy. What I didn't know how to deal with was the shame, knowing I'd failed them.
We never fail those who love us. But our conscience tells us otherwise.
Okay, let's do some crafting real quick before we speak with everyone. Let's see, I'll craft that up. And then that, good, and then the Aedyran. Great. And then, I do need, let me see here. Cave coral. Okay. Let's see here. I'll just craft the maximum amount. And I may as well do an upgrade, right? May as well. Good. Oh, and I can afford another one. Okay, and now we just need one more Aedyran. Let's see. How much corrupted Aedyran do I even have? I don't think I have any now, right? Didn't I just craft some? Oh, I have one. I have one corrupted Aedyran. Okay. Sure. Maybe we can get it. Alright, Kai?
Listen, thank you for visiting Tama's memorial with me. I may disagree with you more often than not, but you stood by me when I needed it most. I won't forget that.
I'm here for you anytime. Now that you've paid your respects to Tama, how are you feeling? You and Capo knew each other? I got questions about you. That's all. Good night, Kai. Now that you've paid your respects to Tama, how are you feeling?
Like I just woke up with a hangover. Every feeling, every memory I tried to keep a lid on is sloshing around, and I'm struggling to keep my balance. But I'm also remembering moments I hadn't let myself think on in a long time. Feeling a warmth I couldn't get close to.
That's wonderful, Kai. The pain won't disappear, but you'll get better at dealing with it. Let's say that.
Yeah, after I ride out the worst of it.
We think of grief as a burden, as something to be conquered. After a while, it gets to be so familiar, it's almost a source of comfort.
I wish this were another burden to conquer. That would feel easier. It's hard to imagine grief ever being a comfort, but I'll have to take your word for it.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I'll get there. And thank you.
Surprised Yatsley didn't
for
chime
seeing
in.
this through with me. Was there something else?
You and Capo knew each other?
Yeah. It was tough to see him like this. But I'm glad you didn't give him the hard. He's always been the toughest among us. And even if he won't admit it, he doesn't want anyone seeing him at his weakest. But it's more important that he say his goodbyes. Properly.
I like the idea that Kai would know Capo, of course he would, but also, especially given what we just learned about his personality, that he would not be down for, giving him the poison, you know? Letting him end his life that way would have been cruel to Chico. I just didn't think a crazy old man should have a deadly poison on hand. I'm still conflicted about it, but it's done now. How does our character feel about this? I think genuinely we are conflicted, right? Yeah, I think so, because normally we have the guiding hand of the Aedyran Empire for our sicko imperialistic ways. But in this case, we didn't really quite have that. And like I had mentioned before, I feel like it could have gone either way for our characterization here. Alright, I'm still conflicted about it, but it's done now.
It's hard to deny an old man his final wishes, but his aren't the only ones that matter. More than anything,
Jesus.
I'm glad Chico will get a little more time with him. Those final moments stick with you.
God, I hope Capo, like, Dream Scourges out, kills Chico, and then we hear from Kai has to wrestle with this statement or whatever. All right, I got more questions about you.
So did my commanding officers.
Okay. I feel like we've really gotten to know each other, haven't we?
Yeah, it happens. Sharing the road and sharing each other's battles. But out of all the people I've fought alongside, I haven't gotten to know many of them as well as you. You challenge me, and I mean that in a good way. Even when we disagree, I learn something from you. I never thought I'd feel this at ease again with anyone else, much less myself. But you helped me face loss, regret. After drifting for a long time, I finally feel like I belong again.
I do really like the ways in which companions are reactive to me being like an asshole, right? It's so often, especially Kai specifically, will say like, I don't always agree with how you handle things, but, you know, I do appreciate the qualifications and all of that there. But in some cases, I almost feel like it's not far enough. Like, in particular, with Giada around Fiorme Zerverno, right? When I decided to parlay with that Steel Garrote captain, I feel like Giada, me choosing to have Giada in the party at that moment, I feel like she should have overridden my own agency as the player and just, like, forced us into combat, you know? Or I guess, I would have to talk her down, and I would need to pass some sort of stat check to do it. And anyone who doesn't have, like, I don't know, 12 resolve or some whatever it would be, wouldn't be able to talk her down, and she would just force you into combat with them, right? And it's up to you, the player, to read the situation like, yeah, you probably don't want her in the party here if you're trying to deal with Steel Garrote in this way, because she clearly has it out for them for good reason, you know? I don't know. I feel like it could be handled a little bit better with that regard. Purely born out of the reason that they've given certain characters, like I said, Giada, incredible motivations to be super pissed with certain groups that we can still, despite everything, not just align ourselves with, but even, like I said, parlay with, just, like, talk to calmly when, you know, Giada has every reason to, like, start running at them. All right. I'm really happy to hear that. You deserve that peace. You're a true friend, Kai. I've come to really care about you. You deserve that peace.
Thanks. It's a new feeling, but I'm getting used to it. So whatever you need, whatever it takes to finish this journey, I'm with you. To the end.
Okay. That's all.
Check your bedroll for fangworms.
Me? Okay. Yotzli?
I wish we could have done more for them. Capo and Chico, I mean. But if I were in his shoes, I hope I'd make the same choice. Though I'd like to pick a more fun way to die.
I mostly just feel bad for Capo. There's no good way to die, Yotzli. Let's say that.
Obviously, you've never heard the phrase drug-fueled sex heart attack. I can only hope that at the end I have some control over things. That I can go out as Yotzli.
Wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balarac in the bedroom? I don't think you could ever be anyone but yourself. We don't always get a choice. Let's be a little contentious here. Maybe even a little contrarian. We don't always get a choice. Oh, nothing. Okay. Giada?
You have an inquisitive mind. I respect that. If you ever feel your education is missing something, I'd be happy to teach you what I know. All you have to do is ask.
Okay, you offered to teach me, I'm ready to learn. I wanted to ask about you. That's enough for now. Get some rest. Are we about to get another stat bonus? I'm ready to learn.
Excellent. The Imperial Court taught you well, but I suspect there were gaps in what they call an education.
Oh, is that
If there's anything you've been dying to
reactivity
learn
to...
from an animancer,
No.
now's the time.
Imperial Court. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is reactivity to my background. Tell me how an animancer sharpens their mind to decipher the spiritual world. I want to learn about how you stand up for yourself with an ironclad will. Whatever you want to teach me, I leave it in your hands. I can't decide. Can we talk about this another time? Alright. Ironclad will probably give us more resolve, which I guess I'm not opposed to having more. Sure, let's go with that.
Gladly. You should have seen my thesis defense. I called the governor an intellectual void, an ooze in the form of man. Now, let's begin. You, drifted off for a moment. Were you paying attention?
I was hanging on your every word. Sorry, I must have dozed off. And we have a background in higher education. I was hanging on your every word.
Really? What's the last thing I said?
Oh, wow. Arcane Scholar. You were telling me about the fight that broke out during your thesis defense. You drifted off for a moment. Were you paying attention? You were telling me about the fight that broke out during your thesis defense.
Ah, I stand corrected. Even if you had dozed off, no harm done. Besides, a little nap is good for the soul. I slept through my share of lectures, and look how I turned out. That's all I have to teach you for now. I'll chime in if anything else comes to mind.
Okay, good talk.
Pleasant dreams.
Yeah, +2 resolve. Marius?
I need to go hunting. I hope you like roasted snake. Right. What do you need?
Nothing new.
Right.
Okay.
Changing the subject.
Yep, goodbye.
Until next time.
Okay, let's get on out of here then. Exit here. Morning. And let's swap out Kai for Marius. Just purely out of wanting to hear Marius and Yatsley interact. Oh look, there's some wort here maybe? Looks like it. Does this shit respawn? No way. It's probably just a little one that I missed as we were going through this area in combat. Must be. Can I check up here? I wonder if your parkour speed also influences your ladder climbing speed, because that's by far like the slowest thing. Fearful Hermit.
Beware, Outlander. A fiend haunts these lands of such beauty and terror that a mere glance could unravel your courage.
And beware of who? Ryngrim? Beware of who? Inquisitor Ludwig? Beauty? Terror? Tell me more. Thanks, but I have no time for this. Tell me more.
Ryngrim, the Archmage of Terror. A cold heart beats in her chest, starved of love or mercy, like the frozen breath of Rimagond. Do not seek her out. Spare yourself my awful fate.
What happened? What's your fate? Unfortunately, I need her help. Why did you go looking for Ryngrim? What awful fate. You seem fine. Right, I'm leaving. You seem fine.
Well, I don't feel fine. I sought the Archmage to conquer my fear of death, to keep Berith at bay. But Ryngrim, her help came at a terrible cost. She showed me how I'm going to die. And it's more awful than I could have imagined. I'm going to be trampled to death by wild horses. I have yet to see a horse in the living lands, but that just means they could be around any corner.
Arcane Scholar. Stay away from the Ashamadal Plains and you'll be fine. Death finds us all eventually. There's power in knowing how it'll happen. Don't let Ryngrim scare you. Find a better way to die. Just stay away from horses then. Look at the time. I should be going. Is this like set up for a future game? Right? Huh. Stay away from the Ashamadal Plains and you'll be fine.
But I've always wanted to see the plains. Oh, fine. Now be gone, Outlander. Guard your mind and soul, for the Archmage of Terror haunts the living lands.
Okay. Sure. Take some of these. Anything else back here? Ooh, okay. Damn, look at you go, Marius. Oh, fuck. Look at me go. Do I have that perk that completely breaks my fall? Hello, Marius. Greetings, Marius. Are we about to smooch or what? Let's see. Yeah. I'm immune to non-lethal fall damage with this now. Fuck it, let's try it. Fucking A. It was worth it. Just for that alone. Okay. Oh, here we are. Fun little cold area. Are we gonna like trip out here? We're gonna have like a psychedelic monster experience. Over here. Oh shit, I can't find the goodies. Ah, well. Oh, here they are. Let's head right here. Oh, there's a guy here.
I just want to sleep.
Oh, these are little dudes. They're looking like gummies. Hello.
You see that too, right? The ice. You see it?
What about it? I see it. How's that even possible? The ice is shaped like people. It's shaped like people.
Our deaths reaching for us through the ice and time. I know because she told me.
Why did she bother to tell you?
Something to me, but I don't remember what. And I'm not sure I want to either. She's broken all of us. Even the Zorips. Poor bastards.
Even the Zorips? Are you the Aedyran Empire was talking about? I'd blame the Dream Scourge before I'd blame an Archmage. You might want to seek help. You don't seem right. Are you the Aedyran Empire was talking about?
Aedyran? Wasn't I? But I've been so busy with the Zorips. They're smarter than we think. There was one with the most beautiful spear. I wanted it. I told the Archmage. She said...
It's possible the ice is just an illusion. You should get out here. It's not safe. Oh, yeah, I guess it is possible it's an illusion. We do have someone who can solve that. Let's say it.
No. I hear it. I've heard it whisper under the skin. Our deaths come courting. But I want the Zorib spear. And the ice has my death. I don't know what to do. Oh, I haven't slept in so long. Did you see its spear? Something beautiful in this cold dark.
Sorry, I saw nothing like that.
The ice takes everything in the end. Oh, I can hear it calling even now.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, this is cool. It's very, FromSoft, honestly. That feels like, From Software iconography. Oh shit, I can kind of get up here, huh? Ryngrim's domain? Oh no, never mind. Oh, okay. Maybe I can get up here. Oh no, I can't stand right there. Okay. Arisen Skeleton Chanter. Look at that, there's quite the interior. Gonna take that. Probably just gonna have to roll up on him here. Nope. Wow. Can't believe it. Shit. Let's go for the priest, I guess. Thought this was just a regular wizard. Great. Okay.
Even more bodies. Oh, gosh. These are so lifelike. This is it. Ryngrim was definitely here.
I had a feeling. Those tortured ice corpses felt like a sign saying, "Insane wizard ahead."
Yes, but look at them. The artistry is sublime. Can you imagine having enough finesse to make all this?
Right. You can really feel his soul-wrenching terror. It's almost like being there. Don't like it. Thought I might get used to it standing here, but nope.
A spell. And a very clever one. Ryngrim's using her illusions to make people choose to stay away. Everyone except us.
Constitution 1311. I feel nothing. I'm immune to fear. I'm immune to fear. Can you dispel this magic? I have a bad feeling about this. Maybe we should turn back. I'm the man without fear. I'm Matthew Murdoch. I feel nothing. I'm immune to fear.
The only people immune to fear are those who are already dead inside.
Well, perhaps I am.
I
Have you
would
seen
hope
what I've been
that's not
doing?
you.
What I've been up to here?
We already have Ludwig to deal with. This is just the beginning of Ryngrim's magic. But we can figure that out later. Right now, we have to focus on what's at the end of that passage.
What matters is the garden, and getting there before Ludwig. Have you used this type of magic before? I trust you, but our lives are in your hands. What matters is the garden, and getting there before Ludwig.
Precisely. Chances are we'll die, but if we don't, we stop Ludwig and get into the ruins. So, win-win.
This is the first time I've ever heard anyone describe dying as a win.
Let's get going. Oh, and stay close.
I feel like these faces are watching me. Don't love it.
Dude, I hope Marius just loses his shit in here. I hope he just starts freaking the fuck out. Okay. Dispel illusion.
Child's play.
Oh. Okay, I still have to zone in. Okay. Oh, look at this art. Well.
Oh, I am not gonna lie and pretend I'm loving this icy wasteland we're wandering around in.
Should I, like, preemptively equip some ice damage mitigation or whatever? Do I have anything like that? I think I do. But frankly, I don't remember. Maybe I don't. Resistance to fire and frost. Nothing that wild, though. Okay.
Stay close.
Oh, you know what? I could do with removing this ring. Yeah, critical hits deal poison damage. Is there a better ring I could equip? Oh, you know what? I could probably get the cast speed stuff. That wouldn't be terrible. Okay. The mortification effect here is pretty fun. Plus 35% melee damage, but you take 100% more damage. I'm assuming you could outdo that, though. Okay, we'll try this.
Trying to scare us off, but we won't let her, will we?
Oh, this is a fun little dungeon. Okay.
What a frosty welcome.
Oh, I can't run anymore.
I'm covered in fur and even I'm freezing. Are her illusions really so powerful?
Don't worry, Yatsley. I'm immune to fear.
The
Is it
blizzard
worth it to
getting stronger.
look around here?
Let's try a different route.
Okay. I guess we should just go down the main path.
It's just a trick, Envoy. A well-crafted cold trick. Keep moving.
I think I'd been here in Elden Ring. Okay. Oh, there we are. Sure. Oh. Frostiness really got dialed the hell back up. Okay, let's head on in here. Oh, is this one of these portals?
Ah, visitors. Do you know what this moment calls for?
No.
A beautiful,
It was just the illusion.
calm story that lingers in the mind. If you wish to find me in my tower, you'll have to wait until I
What the
tell
fuck?
this tale.
Any plans
Wow.
for getting up into that tower? Last I checked, none of us can fly.
There's got to be a way. Let's snoop around.
Land shaped in the dreamer's image, not with stone or axe, but with essence. Songs of ancient magic. Could we sing to them?
I can sprint again. Got some treasure here.
That's done. Walk like it's
Oh,
hot.
look at the big screaming head. Corrupted Audra, money, other things. Wonder if that's meant to be Sabadal's big screaming head. And this... I don't know who that could be. Maybe that's Scan. That might be Scan.
Once, a very important statue fell to pieces, and an entire village perished because it wouldn't put the statue back together again.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty. Okay.
Oh, good. Skeletons. Just the thing to brighten up the place.
Let's go for this Ash Blight. Oh my god, this thing's healing the fuck up. Jesus, look at it run. This will take care of this priest. Let me get some, let's see here, some of that going.
Check your eyes.
Marius is toast.
I let you have that one.
Fuck.
Watch
Her little shit-eating laugh is so good.
If you can make the decision the village could not and restore the statue, I will see you inside my tower.
Oh, so Ryngrim is a show-off.
Okay, we'll take all this real quick. Cool statue. Ryngrim's statue.
This wizard is playing with us. If she wanted us dead, we'd be skeleton minions by now.
I think it's part and parcel of being an archmage, unfortunately. Maybe she's trying to teach us something.
Arcane Scholar, I suspect the statue is a transportation device. Marius, want to give it a crack? It must have something to do with this statue. Well, let's start by seeing what's wrong with the statue. We don't have time for this. Marius, you want to give it a crack?
Right. The lesson I'm learning is don't go into an archmage's domain. Period. End of lesson. That statue over there probably has some answers, but I'd be lying if I said I was eager to find out.
It's probably connected to that village Ryngrim mentioned, so keep that in mind, darling.
She broke off the statue's head and hands to, what, teach us a lesson?
It's even missing its heart. See the open chest cavity? Oh, and Ryngrim left us a book. Let's see what it says.
Well, what does it say? You're enjoying this, aren't you? We should get started looking for the statue pieces. Well, what does it say?
There once stood a village protected by a statue. It kept the air crisp, the land fertile, and the people safe. For a time, the village prospered. For a time, there was the thought that the winter would never come. But then the statue shattered, and winter did come, and the village could not make a decision to save itself.
I wonder what impasse it's talking about. That's all the book said? Is she threatening us? Let's just go look for the puzzle pieces. Could you repeat that again? That's all the book said?
That's the gist of it, yes. But the author said it better. First things first, let's get those statue pieces.
Okay. Can I read the book? Oh, I can.
So we can get on to the next thing, which I assume is a 1,000-foot drop into a sea of acid.
The Tale of the Village by the Archmage Ryngrim. The book is a slim vellum-wrapped notebook with deckled edges. Most of the pages are a smear of ink, but there is a single coherent section. There once stood a village protected by a statue. It kept the air crisp and the land fertile and its people safe. For a time, the village prospered. For a time, there was the thought that winter would not come. But when the statue was shattered, the winter did come, and the village could not make a decision to save itself. Scribbled in the margin next to that paragraph is what appears to be a critique left by the author. Probably should have made that rhyme. Oh well. Okay. Now the heart will be Aedyran. Very well. Let's head on up here. Okay, well, I don't have any fire on me at present. Let's see here. Good. Oh. Good. Man, like 2k damage from that
Glad that's over.
jump slam. Okay. Can I shoot that to any end? Nah.
Child's play.
Stelgar leather. Look at this frozen ass Zorup. Okay. Oh, and an egg. Cracked up. Okay, through here. Let me chow down on some essence food. Whole lot of heads. Cool. Ooh, we make quite the scratch there.
What, like it's hard?
Ooh, shit. Okay. Well, this is cool. Got treasure here, too. Pop it open. What have we got? Corrupted Aedyran? Not half bad. Okay. Back into the water zone. Ooh. This does look cool. Down we go. Ooh, wow, this is very fun. Is that a priest over there? It is a monk. Okay. What have we got? Exceptional Arquebus. Good. Check this out.
Keep quiet.
Something on this skeleton. Where does this even lead to? It goes back out here. Okay. I guess that's a certain vantage point? Yeah, maybe if you're a ranged character, that's a good place to begin combat from or whatever. Not my thing, though.
Nice job!
On your right.
Okay. Cool. Fuck. These both monks. They sure are. Monks are like shockingly easy to take out. Alright, that went well. Take all that. Big old screaming heads again. Love it. Anything over here? Nothing on that. Okay. Oh, that's where we were. Okay. Should I shoot this? Okay. I don't know what that was for. I guess it was for combat. Got some goodies up this way.
Wanted so badly to do the right thing.
Is this going to be like an introspective question about my own situation?
You're here for my Aedyran piece, aren't you? You can't have it.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, dearie.
I'll die without the Aedyran. Please, don't take it from me. I don't want to die.
That's an Aedyran piece from the statue, isn't it? Why do you have it? Wasn't expecting someone here. Who are you? What's happening? Are you okay? Why do you have this piece of Aedyran from the statue?
What statue? What are you talking about? Why shouldn't I have the Aedyran piece? It's mine.
Interesting. This must be another illusion.
It's obviously not real. Just take the Aedyran piece already.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just please let me keep this.
Wasn't expecting someone here. Who are you? What's happening? Are you okay? Keep it. I'm taking it. Maybe it really is real. But still, my character would definitely just take it. I'm taking it.
I told the other villagers I need it. I understand everyone's in danger, but I don't want to die. Don't take the Aedyran piece from me. I'll do anything. Please!
Resolve 12-3. You can't keep it, but we can save others with your help. Unfortunately, I need it. I'll figure something else. You can't keep it, but we can save others with your help.
Is there no other way? Why does it have to be me who dies? Please. Please. No.
If the village had been as sensible as you, they would have lived.
I just died already. Quote unquote died.
That poor man. Was he a real person once? Did all that happen to him?
Either way, I'd never want to be in his shoes.
Archmage truly are inscrutable creatures, aren't they?
Okay. Ooh, this fun little hole. Okay. And then we're back out here in this courtyard area. Pop the head right on. Okay. Let's head over here. More goodies. Exceptional greatsword. Another unit there to break with fire. Search these things. What have we got? Meh. Exceptional round shield. Wow, looks kind of cool. Exceptional axe. I do wish you could transmogrify your weapons. You know? Like, I appreciate being able to do it with my armor and whatnot. Okay. Let's get through here. But there's some pretty neat looking weapons, and a lot of them you can't really use unless you're a specific build or whatever. I guess you could use them, but it'd be ill-advised. Well, maybe you get away with it more on lower difficulty. Okay.
Oh, big mistake!
Easy enough. Okay. Anything else over here? I don't know if this counts as waterfall treasure. Okay. Got a healing pot there. Let's run across, jump over. Up we go. Another thing I can bust through. A lot of fucking spiders.
Envoy, watch your left!
Go. Let's go for this priest back here. Great. We got them all? I think so. Look back through this area, because we dropped down a little early. Nope, nothing else at all. Okay. This way, anything? This is where we came from, too. Secret here. Exceptional spear. And this, whole lot of goodies. Cool looking sarcophagus. Okay, let's head on up. Whoa, look at that. Am I in Baldur's Gate? Okay.
We've got company!
Good. Let's take down that illusion, and I'll take in some food.
Nice work.
What? It's hard.
Anything else over here before we proceed? I think we're all good. Okay. Up here. Sure.
Sometimes cold reason is necessary.
What?
The heart of stone. It's quite realistic, isn't it?
The more realistic the heart, the more it gives me the freakus.
Well, I like it.
Is it weird that I feel relieved that these statues are already broken?
Have we been up here?
I'm sure they go somewhere. Let's go see where.
Is this where I came from? Yeah, okay. Here, let me use my new power. Oh, shit. It was just a little too far. Okay. Blocking aligns to target. I just can't see myself using that. Bust through this. Good. Secret pull switch. What we got in here? Oh, it's a skeleton. Okay. And healing pot. Great. More explosives. Admis Wort. Lower secret area. White steel chunk. I like the weapon more, I think, the melee weapon that applies freezing. Because you could really easily just fire it off as you're moving. Okay. Looks like we got everything down here. Oops, wrong direction here. Okay. I love the big old screaming statue with the hole right through its mouth. It is fantastic. Okay. Let's put the heart in. Good. And let's go up to this last one, I think. Until we're given access to the Screaming Head's glory hole or whatever. Okay. I think another one spawned in. Good. Okay. We got anything else around here? Not yet. Let's travel upward. Yeah, who is this? It looks like Scan. If I had to guess, but I'm not that sure. Oh god. Steal up the blights first. They're by far the biggest pain in the ass, I think. Oh, nope, there is a healer. That's more of a threat. Keep locking onto the spider.
Listen.
Okay. Good.
Nice work.
Anything else out here? Don't think so. And then let's get that illusion down. I'll take that. Man, this shit is red as hell.
The village was on the verge of destruction, but still they argued.
Alright, well, gotta hand it to him.
That means we have everything now.
I'll check out that secret treasure over there.
And after that, no more steps. Right?
It's the lesson rather than the authenticity of the story that matters, I guess.
Okay, and this loops back to where we were before. So let me go back up. Oh, look. There's a higher up area, too. Okay. I don't know what the purpose of this section is. Pop open the chest here. Good. Yeah, because I figured the way you would get over here is you would jump across onto this, but I don't know. Okay. Sure. Well, let's head on down there.
We've got all the pieces. Quick, quick, put them in. Oh, I want to see how all of this works. It's so clever. I think she constructed this whole place to give us a parable.
Of course she did. It's an obvious lesson. There have to be less macabre ways to teach us something. What do you mean? Yeah, of course she did.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Ryngrim wants us to be willing to sacrifice for the greater good. Ryngrim believes that the good of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Ryngrim is a sick, twisted creature who wants us to know how powerful she is. I mean, I feel like it could be either one or two. But let's go with one.
Well, that's the moral of the story, isn't it? In the story, the village died because it couldn't make the decision and the sacrifice to save itself. They couldn't separate the weeping man from the statue piece and just let him die, not even to save the whole village. And so, everyone perished, because they made the mistake of having a heart.
A brutal story. Ryngrim has a practical view of the world, doesn't she? They should have never needed to make that choice. They should have never needed to make that choice.
No, they shouldn't have. But they had to anyway. Life can drive us to make painful choices, can't it? Anyway, this is fascinating. This is more than just a statue. I think it uses Aedyran as a source of power.
Now I'm wondering why a statue needs power.
Is this statue going to send us to the in-between? You think Ryngrim can move us from here? This smells like animancy. I don't like it. I get the feeling that this could kill us. If we have an opportunity to hate animancy, we should take it. Smells like animancy. I don't like it.
Oh, come on, Envoy. The danger is half the fun. Our souls could get stuck in the in-between, but if it helps, I'm sure it'd be an accident. Clearly, we can't physically move ourselves up to Ryngrim's tower. But magically? That could be a different story. With the Aedyran pieces connected to the statue, they might be powering her magic. Like animancy, but much bigger. Ryngrim said that if we could do what the village could not, put the statue back together, we'd find our way to the tower. What if this statue was meant to move us from here to there?
Arcane Scholar. Of course. Her magic provides the path and the Aedyran provides the power. Incredible. Let's do it. If she's bringing us to the tower, what if we can't get back? I prefer to keep both feet on the ground, thank you. Of course. Her magic provides the path and the Aedyran provides the power.
Exactly right. Aedyran's powerful stuff, and it's known for transporting souls. Usually to the wheel, but the theory's the same. Well, what are you waiting for? Put the pieces in! Do you know how many people ever get to meet an Archmage?
Arcane Scholar, almost no one. Perception 02, only the most venerated get an audience with them. Many, but most of them don't live to tell the tale? Tell the tale? I really don't care. Almost no one, Arcane Scholar.
Well, they can be a bit picky. Ready or not, let's go meet an Archmage.
Okay. Touch the statue. Teleport to Ryngrim's tower.
And off we go.
I think I saw something move.
Oh, we're going to be killed by an Archmage. How exciting!
Ugh. Is this gonna be a boss arena? Look, it's a little
You
Delumgon.
made it. Unfortunately, I still have reading to do. Amuse yourself with these skeletons while I finish this paragraph.
Display case note. A hastily written note in Ryngrim's handwriting affixed to the bottom of the glass case. Autopsied far too many of these things. No signs of them being the source of the Dream Scourge, which makes no sense whatsoever. Must keep looking. Fun few months, though.
Get to the point.
What did you expect from an Archmage?
Is all that noise necessary?
Okay. here's a priest one. Definitely going for the priest first. Let me take some purple restorative. There we are. Okay. Oh shit, these are summons. Look at that. Shadow summon, it says. I'm just kind of like chilling out back here, killing them slowly.
Look right.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
There's a priest over in the corner.
Easy when you do it.
Shit. My god, there are a lot. Let me get some more restorative food here.
On your left, dear.
2. Okay. That one over there isn't a priest, is it? The one by Yatsley? It's a fighter. Ew. Maybe that's the last one? No, it sure as shit isn't. Okay.
Right as rain.
Man, how many dudes am I gonna fight in this little area?
Well, that was fun.
Man, that was so much XP. We got like 1,400. I wonder if that was all from the murder. Wow, look at all the money, too. Ruminations on the Hand Occult. The Hand Occult appear to be hiding something, although in all honesty, I'm beginning to lose interest in figuring out what. Their information is scant, their representatives few in number, and there are only so many decades one can spend scrutinizing a single cipher before one grows bored. But I wonder why they've been so careful about their documentation. I appreciate good note-keeping as much as the next scholar, but their obsessiveness feels entirely too purposeful. Maybe I'll pick this up in a few years. A double-headed shroom skeleton. This looks like a false wall. Freaky bird back there, too. Dusty note. An angrily scrawled note in Ryngrim's handwriting, accompanied with a few musical notations and a doodle of the Archmage looking infuriated. Music. Not worth it. 20 years of practice and I can't play worth a damn. Okay. Anything else around here? Or loot? There's the Delmgun in the case that we had read about. Nothing else over here. This way. Another book. A switch. Okay. Peace and War. Sometimes I wish I hadn't left Admus' company so early. I would have told him I was wrong, that he had a point about drawing one's line in the sand. He was an example to his people, both in the metaphorical and the literal sense. I suggest Edir regrets Admus' death, with how it transformed him from a man to a symbol. The war would have ended differently had they courted him to their side, I suspect. I'm glad they failed to realize that, and I am glad that Admus' legacy remains. Okay. Speculations on the Rauataians. History tells us that the people we now call Rauataians emigrated from the Deadfire archipelago after a massive cataclysm shook the region. But I do not believe this to be the result of any natural disaster. The Wana tribes had, and have, safeguards to protect themselves from even the worst storms and volcanic eruptions, sanctuary isles, fleets of rescue ships, and a culture of resettlement, to name a few. So what, I wonder, could scare so many of their brethren away? And where can I get my hands on it? Okay. Are we positing that it may actually not be what we found at Ukaizo? It might be something different, or are we alluding to the fact that it probably is?
Books. Do you think she'd let me borrow some?
Letter from Tane. Dear Ryngrim, quick question. What am I to you? The reason I ask is, after I sent you an invitation to my birthday celebration, you sent me a dead mouse, then a dead cat, then a dead dog, and recently, a very pungent antelope. Not that I mind. You're the only Archmage who responded, much less sent a gift, but the corpses of increasing size raise a few questions. Are we friends? Lovers? Mortal foes? Because I'm open to anything. Feel free to keep sending me dead things, but maybe include a letter next time? I'd love to hear from you. Your best, friend, Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. I do quite enjoy Tane. I feel like it's easy to miss with a character like Tane, but I feel like for the most part they get it right. On the Saints' War, Saint Widewin was venerated as a holy person, but honestly the man was a bit of a dick. Those touched by the gods often seem to be. I wonder if it's hubris, if it's them believing they're superior to their brethren because they have had contact with the numinous, or if it's because divinity is a contagion, transforming those it touches to arrogant bastards. Oryx's Skin Grimoire. Ooh. This is half a person. Okay. What all does this permit me to do? Wow. 40% cooldown, 37% ability cost, Blast of Frost, Missile Salvo, Freezing Pillar, Arcane Seal. Arcane Seal's pretty wild. Your essence regens while you stand in the seal's lingering effect. An unmistakable chill rises from the pages of this white, leather-bound grimoire, with small clumps of albino fur still clinging to it. Rimmergond. Oryx. There are clear signs of wear, not to mention the remains of a few pages that seem like they may have simply disintegrated over time. The remaining pages are so densely covered in a thin, manic script that the parchment beneath them is barely visible. Amidst the inky madness are sigils and runes that an accomplished wizard can use to channel powerful magics to bring their foes to an early, frozen grave. Yeah, can you ever learn the arcane seal spell yourself? Are there ones there? Oh, you can. It's just a high-end one. Yeah, that's a wild one. Okay. White or Wicked Dreams. I forgot how you're meant to pronounce it. Conceptually speaking, Wicts sound ridiculous. Little furry-eared Orlan girls transforming into monsters. Surely it'd just be adorable. The reality is a much dour thing. A dour-er thing. I wish more could have been done for the Wicts, and that the dear Woodens would have listened to reason, but fear creates monsters of everyone, including those who should know better. Brief thoughts on Animancy. Though I don't have a bone in that skeleton, I am pleased to see the reinvigoration of Animancy. Aedir's outlawing of the practice seemed a provincial move, the actions of a people afraid of their own shadows. I don't know where Animancy will lead, but I certainly know it cannot reach its full potential if it's not strangled, if it's strangled in the crib. Okay. Cool. Some interesting stuff here. Is there anything else in this place? Not that I know of. Okay. Let's get out here. Down this main area where we're meant to go. Oh, hello. Ryngrim.
Oh, look at the three of you. It's like something out of a book. A godlike of an unknown deity, a flute-carrying scout, and a rainbow-colored wizard. All looking for a garden, from what I've gleaned.
It is her. We felt the pluck of her fingers outside our door, searching. For us? Our prison? Who is she? What does she seek?
My little puzzle was very clever, wasn't it? A challenge and a parable, all at once.
Well, now that we're done with the formality of defeating the skeletons...
Arcane Scholar. I've read widely enough to know that village and its statue never existed. What was all that about? I could have done without being attacked by skeletons again. It was very impressive, Archmage. We only want to get to the garden. I've read enough to know that the village and its statue never existed.
So, the parable still had weight. You were still made to think. As was I. I've never seen a godlike with your appearance before. What did you think I was trying to tell you with the puzzle?
That you're a monster with a strange sense of humor. That people need to be sacrificed for the greater good. Can this wait? We need to get to Nakukubel before Inquisitor Ludwig does. Please, we need you to open a path to the godless ruins. I like that we're losing our patience. Let's say that. Can this wait? We need to get to Nakukubel before Inquisitor Ludwig does.
Two hands of Aedyr, reaching for the same thing. Sadly, both of them miss. Sorry, but I'm not opening the path.
What? Might 6/6, unsheathed weapon. We're getting in. One way or another. If you don't, Ludwig will come here and tear her way in. Why not? The entire fate of the Living Lands is in jeopardy. Let's threaten an Archmage. Can we, like I said, what's our power scaling here for the Envoy? Are we capable of this? Archmagi are generally exceedingly powerful. They're like endgame or bonus bosses. We're getting in one way or the other. unsheathed weapon.
Consider listening for a moment before you resort to utter futility. I came to the Living Lands because the sickness here, this Dream Scourge, fascinated me. This plague shouldn't exist. It can't, and yet it does. The essence of the Living Lands is falling into chaos and entropy. It's more powerful than anything I've seen. I suspect it has something to do with how the Aedyran has been severed from the rest of the world. I believe the answers lie in the ruins, but the essence there is so strong it's blocking my spell work, which has never happened before. Ever. No one enters Naku Kubel until I get to the bottom of this. Sorry.
I bet it can't means that Ryngrim probably knows about what happened at Ukaizo. Knows that the wheel has been broken. And that implies that sort of our makeshift theory about the Dream Scourge being tied to the wheel and reincarnation in this world is pretty fucking spot on. Right? In some way... Yeah, it's... Okay. Maybe the Dream Scourge is like a deathly version of Widewind's Legacy. Right? Widewind's Legacy was, to reiterate, was when, particularly in the Deerwood, during the events of Pillars 1, people were being born without proper souls, right? So the body was like, effectively undead in a way, but perhaps even more despondent than that. Less responsive than that, than like your typical run-of-the-mill fantasy undead, you know? It was like, it wasn't unlike having a stillborn child that could somehow, like, survive for much longer than you would anticipate, but still not make it to, like, adulthood, usually. What if this is, if that was, like, the birthing version, you know? What if this is a deathly version where people's souls are dying inside of their body and being rapidly reincarnated into mushroom, you know? Into vegetation, hence the Dream Scourge, right? They're going too soon. Somehow, maybe Sopadal or the Garden is running like overtime, is like way too juiced up given the fact that the wheel is broken. And thus, what would normally happen is that some people would become mushrooms. You know, some people would become like a fucking tree, a blade of grass or whatever. You know? Mushrooms, like we had said. In this case, it's like overclocked. And people who are still alive physically, their soul is getting killed and immediately turned into shroomage inside of their body. So they become like this amalgamation of like shroom people. You know? You said that I was a godlike of an unknown deity. That isn't true. There's a good reason why you can't enter those ruins. You might not be able to enter those ruins, but I might. You said that I was a godlike of an unknown deity. That isn't true.
Curiouser and curiouser. What is so special about you, godlike? You have my interest. Show me if you live up to it.
The Living Lands has a god, named Sopadal, and I am their godlike. The powerful essence you're sensing comes from a god named Sopadal. A god named Sopadal is trapped here and is asking me to free them. The Living Lands has a god named Sopadal, and I am their godlike.
Are you? Oh my. I didn't think this was possible. Something I don't already know. I can't believe I overlooked this possibility. A god here, alone, trapped in the severed Aedyran. This explains so much. My magic being ineffective, the essence here being so intense. And you, godlike, with your unfamiliar appearance. You're the missing key to the lock, sealing Naku Kubel.
Yeah, the weird, interesting part of this is, given Sapodal's influence now, and perhaps growing power, given the breaking of the wheel and more essence, more soul essence, being filtered through the Living Lands, Audra. How is it that in the first place my character was ever born, right? How is it that the Envoy was ever, born in the first place as a godlike to Sapodal, born in Aedyr, right? I think it would make more sense if we were born in the Living Lands, somewhere a lot more physically close to that bunch of Audra. Unless, yeah, all the times we have those flashbacks and we can sort of determine our history with our past selves, our past souls, I have to wonder, because this was a self-contained area of Audra, all of these people were continually getting reincarnated. I wonder if it was a lot easier for them to tell who was who because it was a lot more of a self-contained sample size, right, of souls and reincarnation. And I wonder, well, I don't know how. With the breaking of the wheel, why would that mean that somehow one of those souls, which had been contained in the Living Lands, Audra network, somehow it slipped out and wound up in Aedyr? How can that be? That's the real question. How can that be? Okay. Then let me in. You have the ruins and I can find a way to the garden. You think I can open the ruins? Will you let me go to Sapodal then? I won't be a pawn in whatever game you're playing.
That honor belongs to your emperor. But more importantly, you don't get a say. You will open the gates to Naku Kubel, and I will study this metaphysical aberration up close. Go. Find your so-called garden. Report your findings to me. Perhaps there is more to this than either of us alone can see.
Thank you, Archmage. Happy to do the dirty work for you. You're not shocked about the discovery of a new god? But what severed the Audra here from the rest of the world? You're not interested in the garden yourself? What severed the Audra here from the rest of the world?
A good question, with possibly worrying answers.
Oh, they're never going to answer it exactly.
Like this requires mass amounts of essence. The souls of thousands offered up for a singular purpose.
Right.
Who knows how many were sacrificed to sever an entire continent? And why? I do intend to find out, though.
I bet we'll find out why, but I'm not sure if we'll find out who exactly. Maybe it was all the pantheon of the gods? They decided to do it? Based on what we heard from the totems, maybe? Well, thank you, Archmage. You're not shocked about the discovery of a new god?
A little, yes. Mostly, I'm just pleased that there are still things I'm ignorant of. It's gotten so tedious of late.
You're not interested in the garden yourself?
If there's anything of interest there, I imagine you'll find it.
Okay, well, I'm happy to do the dirty work for you.
Oh, hush. You are the envoy of Aedyr. Dirty work is all you do. I wish you luck on your journey, if you believe in such things. Just keep in mind that countless dream thralls are on the same path.
They're all going there?
I'm sure you'll survive. If not, well, lovely to have met you.
Constitution 13-3. I've survived worse. They won't even scratch me. The honor was mine. That's reassuring. We will meet again, Ryngrim. I've survived worse. They won't even scratch me.
Let's hope you remain unscathed. And you, Orlan, you seem a clever one. Take my grimoire. It will allow you to dispel the barrier I have set before the ruins. You have talent. Not any mage can dispel my illusions. Perhaps when this is over, we should speak again.
You want to speak again? Yeah, of course. Can't wait.
Oh, lovely. I'm sure she could use an Orlan corpse to add to her collection.
Where are the ruins exactly? Just to be sure, you actually do know where the ruins are, right? One important question before I go. Where are the ruins exactly?
The ruins are far in the northwest. The people here have named that area the Deadfall Highlands.
Yeah, we'd been
No
over
more
there.
wasting time. Off you go. Use the teleporter behind me to leave. Or jump, I suppose, if you're feeling grim. Shh. This is a delectable paragraph.
Can I actually jump? This really seems like it's a doorway of some kind. Huh. Is there like another hidden button or something? I don't think so. Just scan through here. Do a little bit of pixel hunting just in case. One of these books is like a secret lever. You know how it is. I don't think so. Huh. Okay. Anything else?
Are you still here? Oh, do go away. I have reading to do.
Quiet. That all-powerful lunatic can probably hear us.
They have a lot to say. I never noticed. Just like in certain
Thought
areas.
to weave spells in this way. I guess that's why she's an Archmage. And off we go. That did just happen, right? I didn't imagine it. Ryngrim liked me and my spellcraft. And she gave me her grimoire. Look, isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
I'm just happy we made it out alive. We work well together as a team. Few have faced an Archmage and lived. Well, we didn't really face an Archmage, right? Let's say that. I wonder if she'll counter by saying that we didn't even actually face Ryngrim. We worked well together as a team.
You were incredible. Thank you for trusting me.
Oh, you did that completely without my trust. I admit, I'm impressed.
Very much so. I've always heard the most agile warriors come from the tusks. You proved them right. With Ryngrim's grimoire, I think we can go to the ruins and find the garden.
Are we actually ahead of Ludwig for once? I'm not familiar with this feeling.
Then there's no time to waste. I must prepare for Naku Kubel. As must you.
Oh, there is a campfire out there with my name on it. Let's go.
We are meant to go with Yatsley again. Okay. Sure. Let me track this. Okay. You'll need Yatsley in your party. Yatsley required. Actually, can I fast travel from here? I might be able to, but let's just see if this gets cleared out. Oh, yeah, we're not actually in Shatterscarp yet. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I forgot we zoned in through the little portal thing. Okay. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. Well, let's head back to this camp. We'll swap around the party again, maybe? Well, no, we need Yatsley with us. I feel like I need to have Marius with me. He's such a fucking weird asshole. How could I deny him? Marius?
Let's not do that again. Let's stay out of Archmage's domains from now on. Sure, we made it out alive, but that outcome felt out of my hands more than I'd like.
You need to relax. Sometimes it's good to step into the unknown. I can't promise that will be the last time. I don't think Ryngrim ever wanted to hurt us. It was a risk, I admit, but it was something we had to do. It was something we had to do.
I know. Sometimes you just have to charge into a wizard's domain and endure a parable about a village. Anyway, I'm glad to be out of there. Time to curl up with some jerky and a few swigs of Wodak. Anyway.
Wodak? Is a clear, potent alcohol distilled and enjoyed by Pargrin dwarves. Okay. Well, good talk.
Pleasant dreams.
Anyone else have any further developments?
Shatterscarp often?
Are you flirting with me, Marius?
No. No. I'm just making conversation. I mean...
I can't say I've never thought of it. I've not been with a man closer to my height in quite some time.
Listen, not that I... let's not.
Of course it would never work. But it would probably work for at least 6 months.
Whoa, Jib, slow down. I was literally just trying to fill the silence.
Coward.
Okay. Let's see over here. Any other upgrades I can get? Can I craft up any more Aedyran? I can make 1. Oh, which is actually enough. Amazingly enough, that is actually all I needed. Wow, we can get it to the final tier. Legio. Wow. Do I dare? Would I rather have a weapon or armor? And we'll go with weapon. Okay. Living steel chunks and blood-rise toadstool are what I need. Fascinating. Okay. Let's see, maybe I can bust down some more of these. Let's see, which ones break into Admis Wort? Light steel chunk. Petrified wood. Yeah, how come some would, but many do not? Yeah. I thought for certain the two-handers would, but they seem to not at all. Okay. How strange. Alright. Well. Let me try and get these upgraded here. Good, and then living steel chunks. Living iron. And then steel. Good. But, of course, I still need more blood-writhed toadstool. Okay, and then I guess we will exit here. Same party? Yeah. Because we need Yahtzee. And I really enjoy Marius. Okay. I think I enjoy Marius so much because there's not many characters that are followers or companions in games who are quite like this guy, right? He's very, I don't know, he's very unique, right? He's not your typical sort of, archetypical follower.
The magical ability required to make such a barrier. It's remarkable.
We have to move. Don't forget this place is lousy with dream thralls.
Right. Okay. And he says right as well, which, I do that. Right. But fuck, I just did it right there. I do it. I do that. We have a similar speaking pattern. And true enough, he has an American accent, right? God, I did it again. I can't stop doing it. Okay, over here. Good. Let's head down this way for a bit. We got everything dealt with, no? Forged of Stars stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that at the next zone. Gallowayne's Tusks. Which, you know what? Maybe we'll get a Gallowayne Shrine there. We were talking about that. Oh, what was that? Got pulled out my special attack. Good. I'll take that. Let's continue on down here.
Hurry in the brush! Purge the blind! Well done.
Okay. Lovely. Man, all my essence came back there. Oh, because I leveled. Gotcha. Oh, level 20. Well, that's gotta be important. Let's see. Yeah, we get our big one here. Which one do I want, though? Flurry of Blows, of course, seems exceptional. We could even reconfigure our stuff around for Staggering Shot. Which is very tempting, honestly. I think Inspiring Triumph is a must. Simply too good. Clear Out. Spin in a dangerous whirlwind, becoming uninterruptible and hitting all nearby enemies with your currently equipped melee weapons. Spin to win. Okay. Alright. We could get a more basic, like, damage increase here. Could also increase the potency of Shield Bash. Which I do like, and I do use Shield Bash a bunch. Yeah, make no mistake. Maybe I'll get more higher crits. Because there are some enemies that survive my special attack. I'd rather have it to where if I at least go through the trouble of doing a full special attack animation, I want them dead. Okay. There we are. Good. Do I have one of these other... No, I do not. Okay, cool. Well, let's see over here. Anything good? No, not yet. Yeah, and there is that arquebus at Shatterscarp that functions more like a shotgun. Where you get extra damage. That was a risk.
Here we go. Invaders in the garden.
If you insist. Watch your right.
all that. Let's check over here. Don't mind if I do. And this is where we would have normally arrived from, I think. I just decided to jump down like a lunatic. Maybe.
In the brush!
I need my space.
Beat them to the earth! To the right!
Check your right.
Okay. Let me also get some essence regen here. Good. Shit, there are a lot more up top. Okay.
On your right, dear.
Are they jumping down and dying? They're jumping down but not dying. Oh, fuck. There's a healer over there by the waterfall.
I let you have that one.
Okay. Look at this freaky thing. Not the first time we'd seen one of those. Okay. Let's gather up our post-combat loot. Good.
Get on!
Where's this other one out on my radar? Oh, here you are.
You tear it our bark!
Good stuff. Okay. And got some shit we can hack away at. What have we got? Various potions, treasure chest here too, filled with. And the usual. Okay, so where is this trying to guide me to? This way? Really? Well, hang on a second. Let me explore around this other route, too.
I see you! Hate them pretty hard!
go. Easy enough. Got some loot here. Oh, we had killed people here. Okay. Can I get down to a lower level out here? Is this gonna kill me? Okay. Alright, it was worth a try. I don't know. It could have been a little fun secret area. Who could say? Who could say? Okay. Gwithins were an ancient society that vanished from Eora. Today they are remembered for their grand architecture and deep knowledge of soul manipulation. They left vast ruins. Oh. Okay. Here's some shroomage right here. Okay. Good. Then over here. And this is where we had been. Okay. Proceed back over here. Okay. Am I meant to jump over there onto that? No, let's go back over here onto this scaffolding. Yeah, one of the things I wonder about now is, with gods being set up as they are, and kind of, some of them taking on kind of an antagonistic role in various forms or the other, right? Certainly they almost feel like a sort of ruling class.
That's a lot of dream thralls. What's going on here?
I can't help but wonder, is this like set up for eventually World of Eora, like Pillars lore, Eoran lore, to eventually arrive at like a god versus Kith conflict? Right, that's a lot more open. And there's like, you'll be able to choose a side or something, or there'll be maybe an arms race with advancements in animancy to perhaps have Kith create yet another god and a new one as a form of defense against the current pantheon, or at least someone of the current pantheon. I wonder if that's like a long-term direction. Okay, over here. Good. Let's not go look at the big green whooshing
Looks like
thing
the
yet.
gardener hasn't been here in a bit. I don't think we can get through.
I don't think I could get to this. Look. Huh. Weird. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Can I avoid that more? I can. In fact, maybe I'm not meant to avoid it. Or maybe maybe I'm meant to go to it and then go over here. Good. Yeah, let's go have a look at this.
Nice job, everyone.
Ryngrim's barrier. Okay, so we're not... I don't want to go in through that just yet. That's definitely what we're here for. Anything else around out here? Various shroomage, little lock boxes and whatnot. Yeah, so how about over there? Is this leading to anything meaningful? We have this quest marker. I think it's just running us around. Okay. Shit, can't get up there from here. Okay. Around this way. Around the left, and up we go. Good. Okay, well, I guess we will dispel the barrier. Fuck it. Oh, let me grab this thing first. Yoink. Okay.
I've dreamt of exploring Nagukubel for years. To find out what happened to the godless who built this and why they vanished.
No time to waste. We have to find a way to the garden. The sooner we get this over with, the better. I don't like how many dream thralls are around. No time to waste.
Of course, but we can take a little look around, since we're here already, can't we?
We've seen these things before, Naku Tadek. Any idea what they are?
These are magfolk. They're often found
That's how you
in many
pronounce
godless
it?
ruins, but they are definitely not godless.
Magfolk are giants and servants of the gods, created to fulfill some divine need. Their appearance, intelligence, and mission vary based on the whims of their creator. Some exist to kill, some to defend, and others have a purpose not yet brought to light. Oops. Arcane Scholar. Is there no academic consensus regarding their origin? The Magfolk had to have been here for a reason. That's not our priority. We should keep moving. Is there no academic consensus regarding their origin?
No one knows where the magfolk came from. Only that they seem to be in constant conflict with the godless. Godless ruins are filled with magfolk remains, but no records of them exist in Aedyran lore. I don't think the godless did well against the magfolk.
Looks like the godless took a few with them.
8 years. Blood like a fountain. No quarter. Nothing spared.
Wait, did the voice in your head just talk? What did it say?
How did you know that? Yeah, sorry, I'm fine. Let's go. Sapadal doesn't like this. Feels like thousands died here, and badly. Sapadal just cried out. Feels like thousands died here, and badly.
Perhaps more. It's impossible to know the true count.
Man.
Anything of historic importance is often blood-soaked. Are you ready? We're entering one of their holiest places. Who knows what we'll find? Okay. Got my wand, got my grimoire. Let's go already.
Okay. Doesn't look like any of the other things
Worthan Roth.
that Ryngrim used.
Right. I admit, that was impressive.
We remember. They loved, and we loved in return.
Okay.
We are nearly free now.
Is this the garden? Oh, I'm gonna get fucking stuck over here. Travel to Nagukubel. The kingdom is known for its military strength and adherence to nationalistic identity.
We remember. They loved, and we loved in return.
Devour!
Alright. of water here on the floor for electric. There hasn't been an electric melee weapon, has there? Which is maybe for the best. I feel like that would be pretty damn dangerous. Cast it or have it proc the electric effect in water. You're just gonna be frying yourself most of the time. Okay, let's dispel that. Got some more goodies here. Health pot, essence pot. Huh. Okay. Sure. Wow, look at all this shit. Loads of money. What the fuck? Okay.
Oh, look at that Aedyran. What else might be here?
Are we thinking this is like Sapadal's primary Aedyran center or whatever? I feel like it's too surface level for that to be the— oh.
Heart of the Aedyran beats. Our veins stir. You are close. Seek the ancient kith who dwell here. They will show you the way.
There's still ancient kith dwelling here. Oh.
The brambles! How did you... Oh, and someone's here now. No one's ever in the ruins.
Okay. Well, you know what? This might be a good time to call it for now. When next we return, we're going to continue exploring Naku Kubel, and I don't know, maybe we'll have a big old boss fight. At the very least, it seems like our adventures in Shatterscarp are nearing their conclusion, and then we'll head on over to, I guess, Galawain's Tusks, right? As our search for the garden continues. Until next time, please take care of each other.